Huh?
Where are we going?
Going to school.
Oh,
Drop you off and to meet the new head of your school.
I know, he's the new boss.
Yep, he's the new boss. So
With Lisbeth.
with Lisbeth?
Yep,
All right. Do you know his first name?
Charlie.
Oh boy, you were already. Have you met him? Is he a nice guy?
Yeah,
All right.
he's nice.
All right, we'll see him.
Room for free people.
Okay, there it is. Hey, have a great day at school today, okay, buddy?
Okay.
Thanks.
Oh, are you filming?
Morning. Yeah, a little bit. We're early?
You look like you're just gonna come and dribble that ball, little Celtics boy. All right. You can do that now that nobody's in there.
Good morning to you.
Good morning to you. Gee,
Nice to meet you.
good to see you. Hey, how you doing, David? Good, good. Gosh, I didn't know I was going to run into a camera. Well, this is great. This car is just phenomenal. This is the way to do it.
This is the old time.
Oh, yeah.
So, Charlie, it's good to meet you.
Good to meet you.
And everybody's so excited about having you
Well,
here.
it's exciting to be here. It really is. I've already felt this kind of wave of excitement and energy.
Yeah.
And if it's two-way, then that's great. That's all the better.
Now, where are you from?
Well, right now, Florida. Been there for
Right.
7 years.
Okay.
But originally from New Jersey.
Yep.
My wife Gail and I are both from Westfield, New Jersey.
And what was down in Florida? What were you doing down
Well, you know, 7, 8 years ago, well, I basically was tackled from behind by a school called St. Edward's, and I had done some consulting work for them, and
there? You could roll that down a little bit.
yeah,
if you want.
okay,
It'd be a little cooler.
roll it down too. And the interesting part about it was I had just spent 10 years at Cincinnati Country Day, and I looked at my wife and I said, "Are we going to retire in Cincinnati?" The answer was no. So I said, okay, then maybe we ought to look at this. We ought to look at the school a little bit more closely. And it was a similar school to Cincinnati Country Day School, K-12,
Yeah.
900 students. And so we went down there, and I spent 7 years there.
And what kind of school was that? Was it it was a
private
yeah.
independent school?
Yeah.
Done that for 25 years,
Yeah.
heading schools, and so at that point we figured, okay, it's time now to just start my own business and do kind of my own thing and do interims here and there. And I've started a newsletter called Head to Head, just for heads of school, 1,400 of them,
Oh,
affiliated
okay.
with NAIS, and I've been doing that. And then suddenly a headhunter from Kearney Sando said, you know, there's this interesting little school in Nantucket. And I said, Nantucket? I said, I've been on the Vineyard, but I knew there was no private schools in Martha's Vineyard. So I said, well, a private school? And he said, well, there's actually 2. So my response was, 2? Okay. How do they exist? How do they survive? Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
What's the demographics? And after I was done talking to him, he said, are you interested? And I said, well, you know, yeah. And he said, but a lot of people are going to think you're going from a school of 800, 900 students to a school of 84 students. And I said, well, you know, it's all the same. These schools are just a matter of scale. Their philosophies are different, their missions are different. That's what makes them fun.
Right.
So, you know, 4 months later, I guess now 3 or 4 months later, I'm here.
What was it about this school that attracted you?
Yeah. Basically, the philosophy of my 4 headships, this being the 4th. My first headship was at a progressive school, and I learned back then the value of the education of exploration and discovery, letting a child unfold like a flower rather than molding them into something where they could be themselves. The dignity of the child was at heart. It wasn't Harvard or bust, and I had been at schools like that. This was, hey, you know, you're gonna find your way in life, and it's gonna be who you are. And it's gonna take you to where you go, and I just love that. So now that I have grandchildren, that's another story. But who are under 6 years old, I have that same sense of I want this for them, and suddenly I ended up here, although they won't be here, and have that same sense of wanting to see them become who they are, not who I want them to be or who a parent wants them to be.